Hi, I'm Pernigo, and here, as you can clearly see, is a very old custom campaign for StarCraft Brood War. It's the Fenix, created by Desler all the way back in 1998. It's a very long campaign. It has 26 maps, one of which is a cutscene, like cinematic intro type thing. And as you can see, don't mind the username, you can see that there's like a nice little thing that they have going on here with this custom artwork, which is pretty respectable for its time, actually. I think it was created by Joel Studler. I'm sure there's an art credits at some point. So let's move down to custom campaigns, find the Fenix, and get this show on the road, because I have to break it to you, there is quite a bit of exposition in this intro. So you'll be listening to my beautiful, illustrious voice read a lot of text, and just you can like skip ahead if you're not interested. Basically, it's gonna be a while. So, raid of Depot 8842. Raynor and his colleagues raid a core hall depot for supplies. Ambiguous supplies. This mission contains custom music. Please disable your current music by pressing Control M. That's an old message. The Fenix. Wounds heal. Ships are rebuilt, but fallen comrades are not reborn. A year has passed since the death of Fenix. Kerrigan's forces have halted their advance on all fronts. An unsettling force roams overhead. Though not visible, it is apparent that a new threat looms over the horizon. Kerrigan is unable to identify this threat. She does not know of Duran's hybrids, but is unsettled by his mysterious disappearance. All she knows is what her senses tell her. A new threat is coming, and she is preparing for it. Now is not the time to expand the Zerg broods. Now is the time to prepare for a war which threatens the Zerg themselves. Meanwhile, on the barren world of Korhal, Jim Raynor, a veteran of the war which has destroyed everything he knows, prepares to challenge Kerrigan. He has sought the help of Enlissa Devro, an officer under Mengsk. Raynor would not go to Mengsk himself because, like Kerrigan, Mengsk is prone to constant treachery and backstabbing. Also joining Raynor is Miko de Sendalas of the United Earth Directorate. Though no official word got back to Earth of the UED's defeat, they eventually learned. Through official decisions, they decided to assign Jim Raynor an assistant, a well-trained admiral of the Directorate's fleet. Earth, knowing that they were not immune to the threat that is the Zerg, prepared a new fleet. Raynor, Devro, and Sandalas stand watch over a Dominion depot. Since Mengsk is unaware that Devro is helping Raynor, they will have to steal what they came to Korhal to get, an X7 detection unit. I couldn't read the rest. Mengsk keeps this device under guard until he has the resources to use it himself. Raynor's plan is to steal the unit and fly to a world where the X7 is said to be located. Back on Earth, a small and quite normal shower of debris strikes the planet. Among the debris is Duran and a large amount of hybrid cocoons waiting to hatch new and deadly creatures. Earth quickly becomes aware of this, but they are unable to fight Duran, for he has thrown a shield of unknown strength around a cocoon, waiting for it to hatch. While the people of Earth think that the only cocoon is the one Duran has shielded, Duran knows better. It is his fucking plan, after all. The cocoons have scattered all throughout Earth. Duran's shielded cocoon is simply for a diversion. Duran's purpose for hatching hybrids on Earth is unknown. Even with advanced hybrids, a takeover of Earth would be impossible without massive amounts of forces due to its large population. This begins the legacy of the Fenix. Evening, Commander. I just wanted to ask, how much longer do we have to stay in this desert? I'm beginning to feel like I'm in an oven. I hate the heat. Typical. Complaintive sidekick. I thought you of all people would enjoy the heat, Miko. Racism. Banned. We have to wait for those cruisers to leave the depot. Once they do, we'll carry out our plan. This is very tiresome, yes, Miko, but soon we will be gone. I think I will enjoy a respite from the heat. Hey, Jimmy, look! The cruisers are moving. We are to move it now, it would seem, yes? You got it, sister. Alright, you guys, we've been planning this operation for a month now. Don't screw it up. Let's move out. Take everything by the numbers, nice and easy. As you're about to see, by the numbers apparently is synonymous with charging headfirst into a group of Ahmeds alone, with nothing but this burst laser ghost rifle that they've got going on. Anyways, that was really long, so there's like 5 minutes of just a reading text. Oh yeah, I forgot to disable the music. All right.
From the makers of the Crossworld Saga, a Campaign Creations production. Motorcycle noises. Lots of them. The Fenix.
I love the gunshot sounds, honestly. It's very Western. It's very goofy. But it's also like, you know, it's cool. It's a cool kind of goofy. And you can see Rainer's got an upgraded Vulture now. 520 health, 12 vehicle plating. Holy moly.
Starring Steph as Miko Sandalas. Roberta Ricciardi as Anlissa DeVroe, who's now going to run into 3 Ahmeds. Randy Cobb as Zerban. And Brian Tartaro as Gaylord. Or maybe it's Galore. Map designed by Marco Hernandez, aka Desler. Art by Brian Tartell, Kevin Williams, Anthony Hayes, and Marco Hernandez. Music by various artists. Copyright their original owner.
Well, this is definitely an old campaign opening.
Special thanks to StarCraft website and webmasters for helping to make this campaign possible. And special thanks to Blizzard Entertainment, because it's trendy to thank them. Additional special thanks to Katie, Claudia, Brian, Roberta, and a couple other dudes. No rights reserved, because I actually don't own any of this since I made it in StarCraft's engine. StarCraft is copyright Blizzard Entertainment, and those motorcycle noises are copyright Captain Obvious.
What an opening cutscene that was. It's like when you watch an old B movie. It's great. Alright, listen up good. We've just entered orbit of setting Kaz 4. We'll be landing in the northern continent, which is covered with a fine layer of snow and ice. The conditions will once again be harsh, but I'm pretty sure that we can handle it. Our forces are setting up ground even as we speak. Our mission is to locate an X7 crystal formation using the device we just stole from Minsk. So X7 is like Kadarin, I guess. It's not the same thing, but it's similar. Excellent. Commander Raynor, I just wanted to tell you now what an honor it has been to work with a notable officer such as yourself. While we have had our, how shall I say, differences in strategy, it always comes together in the end. Whatever happens in the future, I just wanted to say now that it's been an honor to serve with you. I had my doubts initially, especially having to work behind Minsk's back, his derriere, if you will. But now that we are in the stage of the project, I am beginning to have confidence that we will succeed. Victory! Bon regnera! A vote of confidence. I'm all for that. All right, suit up. We'll be landing soon. Honestly, I can't wait to get to some of the campaigns that have voice acting because they're going to be way goofier than anything I come up with, most likely. And on top of that, at the very least, I won't have to read all this stuff. Raynor, Sandalas, and DeVroe must survive. Bring any unit to the X7 crystal formation. As you're about to see... I'm going to fly off the screen, apparently. As you're about to see, we have a few different mission objectives. Oh yeah, I guess this mission doesn't have custom music. So we just have the standard fare stuff. Some tanks getting dropped on the high ground is always nice. Oui, this planet is cold. Apparently, we is synonymous with just me saying I'm French. Relax, Devro, we'll do something, because I was too busy complaining about French people to actually read the dialogue line. This is a large area. It will take at least 30 minutes for the unit to locate the X7 crystal formation. Of course, we could always go look for it ourselves. Sir! Zerg prescience in the area, sir! Yeah, that looks like Zerg presence to me. Even has an ultralick. If that wasn't enough, I'm tracking Terran Dominion signals. Must have followed us from Korhal. Where are they? Oh. They have to be around here somewhere. Keep searching the area. I want them found immediately. Nobody steals from the Terran Dominion and gets away with it. Nobody writes gets with an apostrophe and gets away with it. It's not allowed. Wow, this ship has some stats! Ooh! Is it even possible to kill that thing? We have a few options here. We can search for the X7 crystal formation and ignore this enemy threat. We can eliminate the enemy completely, or we can wait for our unit to pick up the X7, then bring a unit to confirm its authenticity. Right. I'm willing to bet Arcturus isn't too crazy about those Zerg. If we can somehow get him and the Zerg in a conflict with each other, we could at least turn our attention to the X7. That's not impossible. Just shoot a Zerg and get it to follow you to max space, and his forces should start firing on it. It is tricky, no? Whatever you decide to do, you better make it quick. We don't have many resources here, monsieur. Yeah, you're goddamn rigged about that one, man. And let me tell you something. This campaign doesn't even have, like, different colors for the heroes, so it is incredibly difficult to keep track of some of this stuff. AI is also just one-hitting us for some reason instead of... Like, it was way more passive the last time I played, from what I remember. Did not attack us from the beginning. That might just be like a random attack. If anybody's played Brood War long enough to know, it's pretty hard to blame the map designers unless they actually modded their own AI scripts. And from what I remember, none of these campaigns had custom AI.
SCB good to go, sir.
Oh, the Zerg are actually attacking.
Desler here. I'll get right on it.
Well, they really outdid themselves. Amazing. Hydralisks are just dogs, honestly. And if you watched my Legacy of Lordaeron playthrough, you know dogs are not allowed in any of my games. I actually think it's really weird because Red Alert 3 and Warcraft 3 are the only games I know of that you can actually just kill dogs. Are there other games where you can kill... This is like a mentally ill question to ask, of course, but are there other games where you can kill dogs? It's a genuine question. I am honestly curious. Alright, so now I don't know where to really fortify the most, but we can go ahead and drop a bunker over there, excuse me. And there is an expansion on this map. It's not this one. Don't let this fool you. I'll even scout this out with my Wraith. Where is my Wraith? Hello, Wraith?
Yes, mon ami.
Don't say that. Alright, what was I saying? Oh yeah, here we go. That's the expansion. That's the whole thing. Thanks, Desler. Thanks, Blizzard. You really outdid yourselves. Oh, and if you guys want to see something really funny, you can check out the pricing on the Academy. It's 200 fucking minerals for an Academy, because this patch is so old that you actually get the, this campaign is so old that it was made on a patch that was really, really fucking old. So scouts are still 300 minerals, spawning pools are still 200 minerals. You get the idea. So I'll start building some Marines as a reserve, I guess. The supply depots are really just to protect me. Protect my bunkers. But in the meanwhile, we'll start getting another bunker's worth of Marines, and then just fortify whichever side gets attacked first. And if they allow me to do whatever the hell I want to do, and they don't really attack me too much, then I'll probably just wind up throwing a bunker at each spot and call it a day. Well, maybe I want to attack a little bit more aggressively first, though. Maybe I want to attack, or maybe I want to
SCB good to go, sir.
build up a early command center at somewhere. I don't know. There's a number of different options you can do with this mission. I really like that the mission objectives are so varied. It still doesn't tell you all of them in the mission objective screen, but like there are just a number of different ways you can actually approach the mission, which I find really neat. So let me put down this bunker here, and we'll go ahead and order up a fire bat.
SCB good to go, sir. Outstanding. Yes, sir.
I guess I'll go ahead and drop a ComSat station so we can start scanning for the X7 unit, because presumably it is somewhere on the map. We just don't know exactly where. And I'll grab another bunker there. And we'll throw these guys in here. So what do we need? We need another Marine and another fire bat. We are kind of low on supplies. We'll go ahead and drop another supply depot. Alright, cool. We're doing stuff. We're playing the game. I promise you. I am not a fraud. I wouldn't pretend to play a game. What would even be the point? Alright, so we need another Marine over there. And then another Marine in that area. And we can start really pumping out units.
Add-on complete.
I think rally points. I mean, technically, this is 1.16. What we're like the patch that we're playing, the version of Brood War we're running. Since I haven't updated exe file from. I don't know if it was me who actually updated it or somebody else. I think it was somebody else. I won't take credit for everything in this scene. I'm not that lunatic, not much of a lunatic. But what I will say is, I think the expansion's down this way. I will say that the reason why we have different stats is actually just because of the version of the, like, I think the version of Started that was used to create it or something, and then the stats get saved that way. Yeah, here's the expansion. So this is a nice expansion to have. I'm pretty sure you can also, or maybe you can't, but I'm fairly certain that you can, like, use Marines to go through here, like behind this geyser. If you guys have watched the Day 9 video on pathfinding and Brood War, the geyser actually has a different hitbox if it's been built upon. Like, a refinery has a smaller hitbox than, what is it, than an assimilator, for example, or a bigger one or something. So, there's actually, like, melee cases where if you're being rushed, you don't want to build on the assimilator, or like a Zerg can bring, like a Protoss player can rush with a pylon or a probe rather or something. Let's actually put down a starport here, and they can put down an assimilator there, and while the assimilator is building, it inherits the what's it called? The collision size or something. There's like unit dimensions, I think is the official term. Alright, so we've got an engineering bay here. We'll go ahead and drop another SCV. Why not? Let's get UT-38 shells. That's going to be useful.
Base is under attack.
Go ahead and repair those things. Go ahead and drop a missile turret behind. And just in case we get attacked by wraiths or something, I would like to have a missile turret on this end. Though obviously it won't be the most useful thing, I guess. They could still attack with wraiths in like these siege tanks. In the area of those siege tanks. Okay. Cool. So let's. Wait, I have this Marine. Why did I build another Marine? Did I build another Marine? I think I might just be going insane, honestly, guys.
Add-on complete.
So we have dropship technology. Oh, we weren't scanning. Let's just scan randomly. Wow, there is a serious Dominion base. So I guess you're not really meant to actually destroy these guys.
Upgrade complete.
That's the message I'm getting, anyways. Let's go ahead and drop a couple of of things here. Actually, move this over a little bit, and then we'll build a bunker here, so that when we inevitably get a refinery over here, it won't like block anything. Just build another armory, honestly. Let's grab that dropship that I was talking about, and you know what? I will actually grab these units here. We'll bring them over. All right. So that's just Zerg. The Zerg base seems much smaller than the Dominion bases. It's just conjecture. I could just be talking out of my ass there.
Not enough minerals.
You know, my ass does a lot of talking. I am a recovering fat person. So my ass used to be a lot bigger than it is. You ever hear the idea that your eyes are bigger than your stomach? It's sort of like that, but with your ass, I guess.
Base is
Oh,
under
Ultralisks. That's not great news, actually. Well, it's not the end of the world, it looks like. Whoa! Well, that's even worse news. So I guess we can build a couple of wraiths. Let's get Cloak as well, just in case we need it. And we'll try and ward off any would-be queens that want to attack our tanks with broodlings. That's pretty bad news. I'm not really getting anything useful from these scans. So it looks like these bases are separated.
additional supply depots required.
Oh yeah, I forgot that supply depots were even a thing, honestly. Classic me.
Orders received. Affirmative.
Alright. Did I need this tank for something? Maybe my brain needed a tank or something.
Yes, sir.
Actually, let me drop a turret over there and see what happens.
Additional supply depots
Oh,
required.
shit.
Orders received. I read you. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Well, why would you walk over there,
Research
man?
complete.
It takes a fat fucking SCV to block 4 tiles of building space.
I read you. SCV
That's
good
crazy.
to go, sir. Roger.
So now we just have to hope... Well, I don't think they would be able to get down here with ground forces. We just don't have a turret over here, so it's a little risky.
Affirmative.
I think it's fine. Alright. Oh, hey! There's the X7. And it looks like the Dominion forces are already preparing an attack.
SCV good to go, sir.
What a bunch of jokers.
Research complete.
I read you. Finished. Roger that. Affirmative.
Alright, well, we did it, guys.
Yes, sir. SCV good to go, sir. Roger that.
Well, now that we know where the X7 is, I assume there will be a second phase or something to
Roger
this.
that. Affirmative.
Okay, so let's get a couple of dropships. We'll get over there, and in case we have to, like, mine a bunch of shit or something, we can prepare. So in the meanwhile,
Tell me what to do.
let's bring a couple of units over. And actually, let me scan to make sure there's nothing in our way here. Yeah, there isn't. Okay,
Destination.
cool.
Strap yourselves in, boys.
Well, there are some wraiths. We can unload some of our heroes to deal with any air units, and
In transit,
we
HQ.
will have a scan fairly soon. So if it's like a wraith that gets cloaked
Strap
or
yourselves in,
something,
boys. Destination.
I don't know. I don't want to have any.
I'm listening. Destination.
I don't want anything too crazy to
In
happen. is all.
transit, HQ. Hang on.
All right, so we'll build some SCV. We'll get some SCVs up there just for the purpose of like building
Destination. In the
missile
box.
turrets and bunkers if we need to, and even like a barracks up there to reinforce. Because I'm assuming it's going to take some time to like actually put some stuff together.
Aren't we there yet?
Input.
Yeah, you guys are actually there yet. So let's do we want to initiate it right now? Let's get a couple of lives. Let's order up some stuff anyways. And let's see what happens.
Orders received.
I'll grab a science facility. Yeah, we get the whole tech tree from Home Alone. That's a little crazy, but
These will be
alright,
fun.
so let's it's the X7 formation. Authenticity confirmed. Load it up and move out quickly. Alright, cool. So let's... Oh! That actually was the whole thing. That's an interesting mission, because you could have actually straight up button rushed this mission with, like, your starting Wraith or something. Unless it needs to be a ground unit. In which case you could still win pretty early. That's nuts. That's bizarre. I would not have expected that. But, well, I guess that's it for your, like, one of the first campaigns made for the goddamn game, right? Again, we're talking a year after Brood War, and it completely predicted StarCraft 2's hybrid nonsense, so it was prescient in a very strange way. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It wasn't the longest. We went through the opening cutscene, which was mostly exposition, and then we obviously did this first mission. So we'll be back. This was out of the frying pan. We'll be back with the second mission in the next video. And until then, you guys can look forward to Mapcraft uploads and Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2 uploads coming sometime soon. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.